I didn't know that you were particularly ever political. Were you? I don't recall in your career that
I'm really political, but I'm not.
Where we know
I'm not overt. You know, I'm not marching, and I'm not always, grabbing a microphone. But to say I'm not passionate about what's going on or what has gone on in the past would just be, untrue.
So you've been out there. We just didn't know about it. I have one of those. I have one of you at home, by the way, an 11-year-old that runs our house. Very similar, not quite as bad as you were running that house, but I really related to the movie through you. My little 11-year-old is at camp right now.
Oh, really? That sounds fun.
So you're going to take her to see the movie?
No, she had to go to camp yesterday, but she'll see it. I'll definitely take her to see the movie, because she'll even be worse, more in charge. She is smarter than all of us. Anyway, for you, I mean, it must have been an interesting. How did you guys bond? What was your procedure before the movie started to?
Well, number one, I was so thankful that Madeline came along, because I didn't know where we were going to find this actress, because so much was going to be asked of her to not only act, but all the emotions that would go with that. And to be a good partner, and we got so lucky, so she was like one of these great little actors that come along every so often that are going to be around. So Madeline really came to our rescue, and part of what she understood was the rehearsal process, that what we could get done, and she had a lot of trust, and I trusted Madeline, and so all that stuff manifested itself in our kind of easiness with each other.
Movies are kind of goofy. You don't shoot them like a play where you're watching from the beginning to the end. Did you have to kind of jump into it in the middle of the stream? Being able to pull the covers off his bed and deal with this man that you didn't know?
What do you mean, did it just happen like that?
Yeah.
Or? No, well, kind of, not really. I mean, I had to be told a lot to do it because I was kind of scared. I didn't want to. I was a little scared to hit him, and I was a little scared to pound on the door and wake him up. But then Kevin and the director and everybody was just like, you're not going to hurt him. And so I did it, and then it just ended up being the take, so.
Oh, you were great. I mean, it didn't look like you were scared ever, even just a little bit.
Thank you.
You, not even a little bit. And it was fun to have a smart comedy. It's a little bit of a hybrid movie, isn't it? It's got its emotional things that you like to put in movies, and it's a good story once you get into the middle of it. And this guy's a real moron, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where did you meet? How'd you find this character?
Well, he's he finds himself finally, but he doesn't have the ambition. He's not a PTA dad. He's not a soccer dad. He's wants to fish, and not against taking his daughter out of school to go fishing. He wants his buddy. So he's an American rascal.
I mean, you played a lot, and this is called acting, and this is acting here. Where did you go every day to come to work to become this guy? Was that a little bit of an issue?
Yeah, I mean, he's
pretty over the top.
He's a pretty disheveled guy. There's a lot of physical comedy in it, but we found the truth of the emotion in it, and he manages at a certain point to, in a way, without trying to speak for all of us.
I tried to explain this movie today on the radio by saying that it's not a stupid comedy, because there are stupid comedies out now, and you have to tell people it's not a stupid comedy, but it's not so in-house that it's, those kind either, like a Wag the Dog or something political satire. It really is a story. It's a Kevin Costner movie story that you almost have to trust you. And people have trusted your choices over the years with your best work, and that just go for the ride and go. Because it is a little hard to explain, I think, in 2 sentences.
Yeah, it is, and we're a movie that's better than its trailer. We're more than a trailer. A lot of movies are their trailer, and so
that's right.
It's a journey.
And what a cast! I mean, it just keeps coming up, and I guess some of those people, the ones I laughed out loud with, that people are going to have to be surprised by when they show up in the movie. And some of the commercials they do are laugh out loud. I mean, really huge. Oh, yeah. I can't believe that kind of thing.
It's the best kind of experience, really. It's a movie where you don't know what to expect, and then you just feel good at the end of it.
Great performances, though, and you were fantastic. He's
you.
Always good, but it was neat to meet somebody that's always cool to go to a movie and to find somebody you've never heard of before for the first time and to see how good they are. I remember the first time I saw Dakota Fanning, I felt the same way, and I love her a lot, and you're definitely cut from the same cloth as that little girl, except maybe you're funnier, I don't know. And it's just really it's a good time to go to the movies. And political's a hot potato, tough subject. But it made me feel better about dealing with this fall, actually.
Good.
So, good for you.
Yeah, I think it's fresh air.
It was fresh air. Nice to meet you. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again. Good to see you again, too.